Welcome to the lane phase for Xin Zhao. Xin Zhao is a bruiser champion, usually played in the jungle. The reason that I play him in middle is because in normal games and in low ranked ELO games, his sudden burst and quick clearing of minions can surprise the enemy mid, more often than not resulting in a kill and forcing the enemy out of lane.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Usually with Xin Zhao in mid, I start with boots and 3 pots. The reason for this is it gives me mobility in order to land the auto attacks on ranged champions and get in range for the lunge spear combo. The pots are for sustain, although Xin Zhao does have some nice passive sustain through his passive. Whenever he hits a minion, he gets 30 health back every third auto attack. It may not sound like a lot, but when you're in lane, it does make a good bit of a difference when you're trying to last hit, and that third last hit gives you back 30 HP at such a low level. Basically what I'm doing here is I'm guarding the blue for our jungler Warwick here, just to make sure no enemies come and invade and kill him while he tries to take it. That's a pretty standard tactic, but for those of you out there who don't know what I was doing. So it looks like I'm up against Galio mid here. Galio's he's a pretty unorthodox mid himself, but obviously not as unorthodox as Xin Zhao, but yeah. The reason you would go Galio mid is to counter a magic res, or to counter a magic dealer mid, because Galio is, whenever Galio builds magic res, he also gets ability power, and the magic res weakens the damage of magic enemies. So he was obviously expecting, I guess, Warwick to go mid and meet a jungle, but that obviously is not the case. He's got some nice early damage here. I should really be dodging those bombs a bit better, but at least I did damage trade kinda well there. He started with Doran's Ring, which for me is a really bad starting item, especially on Galio, because Galio does get AP, as I say, from magic res, so you really should be starting with a magic res item and a pot instead, or if you really want to be cautious, boots and pots. But this guy is he's getting caught out of position way too much here. He's not damage trading effectively enough, keeps missing the skill shots, wasting his mana on minions. And the thing is too, Doran's Ring doesn't really give any sustain, so I can just burst him down and damage trade with him, and he'll keep getting whittled down, and I'll be fine because of my passive and my remaining pots. I mean, look at how low he is already. The burst that Xin Zhao gives against people who basically don't know how to handle it, which is low ELO players and normal players, it's fantastic. With this setup though, you really do have to get kills or get a distinct CS advantage early, because the longer the game goes on, the more the AP has a natural advantage against you. But this is going to be first blood right here. I ignite him, he flashes away, but the ignite's going to pick up the kill. He was put in a really dangerous position there, because he either had to leave lane because he was so low, which would have gave me an advantage in CS and lost him a lot of experience whenever my minion wave went into his tower, or you know, he could have risked giving away first blood, which is inevitably what he did do. Tough choice to be in there. Checking I don't know why I face jacked that brush actually, it was pretty dumb. I think it's because somebody pinged top that their jungler was coming down, and to be honest I thought I could take him. But yeah, watching this back, that was pretty dumb. Don't face check brushes. For the most part, it's been pretty quiet so far from our jungler's end. Usually your jungler will come in and gank your enemy. Again, this is going to be painful to listen to for those of you who do regularly play League of Legends and know what I'm talking about, but there is going to be those out there who are like, what do you mean by jungler? Again, he overextends, he doesn't have to be in that range, and I damage trade with him effectively. He's got boots now, which is going to make it a little bit harder to get that extra yard in on him, but he can't really damage me unless he lands his skill shots, and he's consistently missing them at the minute. No real reason to let those minions go into tower. I can probably tank them no problem until my wave gets here. So Galio's gone missing now and called in chat SS. This will give me an opportunity to farm up. He's probably going for his blue. Oh no. He's actually switched with top. So now I'm up against Kayle in middle. Kayle is really unorthodox middle, but especially it's going to be hard for me now since he started armouring 5 pods to go against the top bruiser, even though our bruiser is Malphite, who doesn't really use attack damage all that much. So our build is much suited to facing me, and yeah, she's got a lot longer range, seems to be a lot more defensive than Galio was. But that was probably a good choice on their team's part, because that Galio was not going to get anywhere anytime soon. Backing here since my lane's pushed and I do have over 1.5k gold. No real point in letting your gold amass and falling behind when you could be ahead. So what I went back and bought was my boots 2, the Berserker Greaves. These increase my attack speed, which will let me get off my knock-up quicker, and also, you know, gives me increased movement speed, which is good. I still did leave 1k gold. The reason for this is I'm not really sure what it's going to be like against Kayle in the middle, whether I need additional movement speed and crit and zeal, whether I need sustain and vamp scepter, or whether if I'm winning I can just go straight up BF sword and, you know, dominate mid. But at this point I didn't really know, so I just kept the gold and got the boots. Comes the enemy Lee popping his head out. And no reason why he should have done that. Like, just whittle him down. He lost like a third of his health. He'd definitely have to go back. Splash damage from Kayle is really infuriating while trying the last hit here, especially as a melee. But it is important that I pick up those CS, so I'm going to continue the last hit despite that. At this point I'm probably thinking Vamp Scepter, just to negate that splash damage, but it isn't all that much, and with my increased attack speed I am picking up, you know, quite a bit more life sustain. You may be wondering, why is he pushing the lane? Well, the reason why I'm really pushing the lane is because Kayle can't really do a whole lot about it at the minute. Their jungler Lee Sin super low, and I've seen them both go into their blue. So I'm gonna go in and follow them now and try and pick up Lee, because he's definitely low from the last time I fought him. But no such luck. He seems to have escaped it. So what I'm going to do now, since my lane is pushed, is come down behind bottom lane and try and pick up a kill on this. Oh, this Commerce planting the ward. Bad time for it. That has to be a kill. There we go. Oh, this is a bad situation here.
An enemy has been slain.
See, that Lee hadn't hit 6 yet. If he had have, he could have actually kicked me away, which would have ensured the kill for them. Just unlucky on my part that he wasn't 6. But that gap closer from Xin Zhao, the lunge is, the E is really strong, and really good utility move, as you saw. For if you're getting back in the lane, like in that situation, and somebody's chasing you, just dash to an enemy minion, make up that extra yard. It's like a free flash. Warwick's doing a good job here covering mid. In case you're wondering why there isn't a whole lot of chat, top lane and Warwick are both on Ventrella with me at this point. But Warwick is just free farming jungle at this stage because no real need to gank mid. It's pretty much on lockdown at the minute. That's Kayle's strongest nuke that went off there. And did minimal damage. Maybe a seventh of my health. The slow is much more effective though, because it allows her to get in those auto attacks. I'm just gonna clear out wraiths here. It's a good tactic if you're in lane to go clear either enemy wraiths, or if your jungler's not present or he's doing something else, clear your own wraiths. Gives you that little bit extra gold, and if you're a character like Xin Zhao, gives you that little bit extra health. Just called it on Ventrilla there, and that Kayle that you saw walking past that ward heading down bottom lane. And also pinged it just to be sure that the ones who aren't knew what was happening. Kayle sees there's no real opportunity for a kill, walks back to lane. Tempted to go for the dive there. I really should have, because walking away from Kayle, oh, that's epic misclick. Oh, maybe I should edit that out. That's bad. Don't misclick your ultimate. Pro tip. So I'm picking up Vamp Scepter here because I'm noticing that when I need to back off away from tower, Kayle's splash damage and the slow combo is doing a whole lot of damage to me. It wasn't anything to really worry about as such, but it was whittling me down to the point where I couldn't be as aggressive as I'd like, so Vamp Scepter's going to allow me to be a bit more aggressive and stay within that range and not really worry about her splash damage too much. Kayle is missing in mid, so mid lane's also pushed, so I'm going to go take enemy rifts. Get a little bit more health, get a little bit more gold.
Ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Bottom lane doing a good job.
Slain.
Kayle seems to be roaming a decent amount, but I don't really know what she's doing at this point. She seems to be walking to bottom lane trying to pick up a kill, or trying to help bottom lane, but her positioning's really bad. She goes down at really inopportune times when there's no real opening for a kill. She's still sitting in that bush bottom lane. And with the wards that are placed there, that Graves knows exactly what she's doing. It allows me to rampage her tower here, get it down to a third of its health. The enemy jungler should really have been on top of things a bit more. He hasn't really been in lane to help either Kayle or Galio when they were mid. But you know, babysitting a lane isn't something you like to see, but if it's necessary, I guess you have to do it. And Lee Sin definitely didn't help them any, from what I have seen. And no, that's lane swapping again. He's placed the ward. Massive damage on this Kayle here. She bought Regal's Lantern to give herself that little bit of armor and sustain against me, but it's pretty much a little bit too much too late. Too little too late. Sorry. Too little too late. Because at this point, my damage really outdoes her armor Our movement's not good enough to get away from me. That's a fail flash. That is a fail flash. What? So as you can see here, these videos, the lane phase videos, is literally just me playing a game in mid and showing you how it goes. These aren't heavily edited or anything like that, really. Giving you a commentary of how I played mid, how I did things, etc. on different champs. Not even just mid, it can be top, bottom, you know, but in this case mid. But yeah, painful to watch that fail flash. Painful to watch. So just really trying to push the lane a bit here, because I know that tower is super low, so if I can get to it, Kayle can't really burst me down or do anything to stop me from taking it. But I see Lee Sin and Teemo coming up river, so I'm just gonna back off for a second here. We suspected here that the enemy team might be going for dragon, but we had it worded, so we're not quite sure what they were at, because Kayle's gone missing again and enemy blue is down. Just trying to get some more burst on Kayle, trying to force her out of lane so I can finish off this tower. At this point I'm taking Wraiths, and Warwick is getting prepared for a gank on Kayle. A little bit early from Warwick, but no problem. So I can make the gap up and knock Kayle up despite her ultimate. Warwick's a great champ for ganks like that, because even if the flash his blood scent really gets he has to die. His blood scent really gets him in range. That was poor play from enemy Lee Sin. He tried to pick up the kill on Warwick, but he wasn't conscious that I was in lane and had almost full health and much more items and build than him, so could have easily destroyed him in a 1v1 had he not gapped away. Again, I have like 2000 gold, probably really should have backed when I did, but just want to clear this wave and deny Kayle some farm. That enemy's in, or no, I'm in. That enemy Lee really, he's being a lot too aggressive for somebody who's not really in a position to be aggressive. So I'm aware that the Wraiths are going to spawn again on the timer, so I walk over to Wraiths, pick them up again, a little bit more gold. Warwick's taking red, no biggie. Minions at our tower, but Kayle can't take advantage of it, because if Kayle went to attack a tower, I would just lay some deeps on her. Gonna port now because I've just under 2.5k gold. You don't really want to be sitting in lane with that amount of gold. Gonna let Warwick guard mid here, pick up some free gold, some free XP. I picked up a Zeal here and a crit cloak. The reason for that is because it's at this point of the game, I have a decent amount of AD. That movement speed is really important for me to gap close on people like Kayle with her slow or Lee Sin with his dash, etc. And the crit cloak also helps me build the BF sword into Infinity Edge that are on the game, which let me just tear through enemy champions basically. The increased attack speed from Zeal as well, very helpful when combined with the Berserker Wave speed. Lets me clear waves, as you can see, really fast. Lisa and Kayle just doubling up here mid to make sure I don't push that mid tower. But that's fine, that just means that they both lose out in experience, really. Because I can easily tank these minions with my lifesteal, attack speed and damage combo. Yeah, so they went missing there, obviously, to take the blue for Kayle. But to be honest, that's a bit of a waste on Kayle. As you can spam that and her reckoning, I guess, but it's not really going to be that useful. If Galio had still been a mid, maybe that would have been something to worry about, because then you got to spam his bombs and his gust, but not so much in Kayle. She hasn't even leveled her heal by the looks of it, and she's building towards Berserker Graves. At 20 minutes into the game, if you don't have boots too, you're doing something wrong. Oh, sorry, she's building towards a malady. Eesh. That's its own set of problems right there. Either a malady or a Zeal, but either way, that's attack speed on Kayle. No. No thank you. So Kayle's gone missing again here, and she ports back in, thankfully for her, or else that tower would have went down within about 5 seconds. So at the minute I am out CSing her, I do have 3 kills and 1 assist, and every time she gets into melee range, getting bursted down really fast, doing a bit of splash damage on me, but no problem. I can just make it up by clearing these minions. Work is there waiting for the gank. I am communicating with him on vent. He wants me to push the lane, and then he's going to get in there with his ult. So here she come now any second. Yeah, here we go. There's the flash ulti. There's the knock up, there's the ult, there's the kill. And down goes Kayle's tower. And that, my friends, is Zen mid versus Kayle/Galio.